Hey there, how are you doing? I just wanted to share an article that I'm reading from Keeping Current Matters. I think it's really interesting. And basically, what it says is that there are about four big incentives for homeowners to sell now. And what they do is they kind of talk about the housing inventory. There's a mention of an article from the National Association of Realtors, NAR, reported there were 410,000 fewer single-family homes for sale this past March than in the March of 2021, which is really amazing that the inventory has gone that low. And they mentioned four reasons to help sellers kind of manage through that process or that situation. One is that homeowners don't know if they're able to secure the next home before selling. That's probably the most common um, concern that I've heard brought up. So basically, that means we should kind of talk about leverage in negotiations. Basically, it's the power that one side may bring to have influence over the other side in order to reach an agreement. Now, in this situation or this market, buyers have compelling reasons to purchase a home now. One, it's an economically and financially very smart move for them to own a home of their own. Many buyers want to purchase a home before prices continue to appreciate even more. And also, a lot of buyers out there are looking to secure a mortgage at historically low rate while they last. So basically, this buyer needs gives a seller tremendous leverage in negotiation. So what often happens is that sellers and buyers come to an agreement. Either they have an extended closing time frame to allow the sellers to find a new home, or the buyers agree to a rent back for the sellers, which allows the home to close, yet at the same time allows the sellers time to find another home. So basically, it's a win-win situation. Number two, the item that was mentioned is that homeowners don't know if their current home will sell for the asking price or top price. Now, NAR just released a study saying that bidding wars are at an all-time high. I don't think that's a real big surprise for any seller or buyer in the market now. It's quite common knowledge. But what is interesting is that compared to the first quarter of last year to the first quarter of this year, 2021, the number of offers on homes for sale doubled from an average of 2.4 to 4.8 offers. Now, there are some pretty significant regional differences there. In the Boston area, it's not uncommon to find at least 10. In other parts of the country, for 10, 20, it's all over the place. And of course, when there's a bidding war, the price of the item for sale escalates. And also, according to Bloomberg, the first time ever, the average US home is selling for above its list price. So there's no better time now to sell, basically. One of the third items that came up in the article is that homeowners don't know if they will get an offer without their home requiring work. So again, in this situation, the leverage issue pops up. Due to the lack of homes for sale, many buyers are more than willing to take on home improvement projects. And basically, if a seller is worried about doing work or updates on their home, they must keep in mind that today's historically low inventory likely renders these projects less critical to the sale of the home. Number four, many homeowners don't know if they can have a quick closing process. So when speed is important, we need to take 2 points into consideration. One is the time it takes to find a buyer for the home. The other is the time it takes to close on the transaction. According to NAR, about 83% of homes sold in March 2021 were on the market for less than a month. And basically, across the country, we're seeing an average of 15 to 30 days for the home to be on market. There are even some states, about a 7 or so, where the average is about up to 15 days. So now that we understand the time frame, the other thing to take into account is cash. How do you fund the purchase? And all cash sales have accounted for 23% of all home purchase transactions in March. That's a NAR study number again. And another report says that the time to close a purchase was just about 51 days for the mortgage process, from mortgage to close, finalizing the price. So there are actually some banks who can actually do a 30-day close. So basically, if you're looking for a quick closing process, there's never been a market in which the two-step process of finding a buyer and closing the transaction has taken less time. So basically, if you're considering selling, while that can seem daunting to many people, especially in this fast-paced market, now really is the time to step up and put your home on the market. I'd be happy to talk to you about that. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I'll be posting a copy of the article too below for you to look at. Thank you. Have a great day.